Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, How to Spot the Trend, Tools for Futures Traders. My name is Patrick Hodges and I'm a NinjaTrader ecosystem vendor relations representative. Before we start the webinar here today, I do have a few housekeeping notes for everyone. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to the NinjaTrader brokerage using the phone number or the email on screen. Lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, please sign up for a free NinjaTrader account, which includes access to 14 days of complimentary real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. You can create your free account by following the link on the screen and then clicking the Get Started option under the Welcome section. Now, before we turn the mic over to Jody, it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor a recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us today. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader webinar room, Jody Samuels.
Thank you, Patrick. Today, I am very, very passionate about the topic that we're doing, which is how to spot the trend, tools for futures traders. But I want to thank NinjaTrader ecosystem for inviting me here today. And I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules and the hectic last few days trading to come here and hopefully learn something new. And here I have another disclaimer for you to read, but Patrick has already read it, so we're going to move on. I wrote a book called The Trader's Pendulum, and I'm just going to summarize what is applicable to today's conversation, which is that there are three types of pendulums that traders have to deal with: the market pendulum, the emotional pendulum, and the financial pendulum. The market pendulum is about the market moving up and down, having swing moves, and I call that looking at the market cycles. The emotional pendulum is how we deal with the market volatility. And then the financial pendulum is what actually happens to our trading account. And a lot of that is a function of how we manage our trades. So today I'm going to spend a fair amount of time talking about the market and the emotional pendulum. Trading is challenging due to market uncertainty. And trading market swings can create an emotional roller coaster. So understanding the market cycles and timing is crucial for success. A structured approach and a structured roadmap and simple timing tools can provide clarity and consistency. So today I'm going to teach you a structured roadmap, which is on the right side of this screen. This is the market cycle: 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Now, I have my training in reading the market cycles and Elliott wave analysis going way back when I worked for JP Morgan in the 80s and 90s on Wall Street. I traded currencies back then. And so everything that I do is an awareness about where we are in the market cycle. And hopefully I'll be able to impart some of that trading on you today. So let's just discuss what are some of the problems that traders face and the common issues, and then we will deal with them, okay, with the market map, with structure. Volatility in the markets. Well, what is the consequence? It's very easy to trade impulsively, leading to an emotional roller coaster ride. Number 2, timing market entries and exits. What is the consequence? Chasing the market or exiting too soon, missing out on potential gains. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. I mean, timing is pretty crucial. And 3, achieving consistent profits. one bad trade can negate a week's worth of profits. I'm sure all of you have dealt with that as well. And by the way, everything that I'm teaching you today is really what I've learned over my 40 year trading career. And I can remember trading in the 80s, trading Forex in the 80s, and it was one emotional roller coaster ride, that's for sure. And then when I left the bank, I traded futures for 2 years. I traded 20 different futures markets using a structure, the structure that I'm going to teach you today. And that was also an emotional roller coaster ride. But that was a really jumping in and learning all about the futures markets, which was really a lot of fun. And back then, I paid $2,500 a month for data, if you can believe that. And now data is virtually free. And we have a great trading platform in NinjaTrader to trade the futures markets. So number 4, lack of boundaries and rules. What is the consequence? Feeling lost and unstructured, resulting in winging it. Yes, unless we have a trading system and a trading strategy, this is how we're going to feel. Easily influenced. Okay, if we're easily influenced and we're following others, then it's really impossible for us to develop an independent thinking, and we're following the herd mentality and no clear goals. The consequence, lack of direction, immeasurable success in trading. So, what is the summary? A need for a structured approach, effective tools, and accountability. So, what if you had a system that explained how to understand and trade the market cycles using the market roadmap? Identifying where to place trades for optimal entries and exits. And then what if you had simple tools to trade the roadmap effectively and scan for trades and follow a trade plan to effectively trade the setups? And then what if you had accountability to do what you say you are going to do? So this is the Wavy Tunnel Pro solution, and this is what we are going to learn today. Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy, be greedy when others are fearful. That's a contrarian view. So when you look at this market map, the road map, you see 5 waves up, and you don't have to you don't have to be a consummate wave counter, because with the Elliott waves, with the Wavy Tunnel Pro, you'll see that the indicators themselves show where we are in the market cycle. So let's just assume that we have the end of the trend down here, and we move up, and up here the market is really has a herd mentality. And traders are greedy, they're optimistic and exuberant. They load up. And then what happens? We have a dramatic move down. So we have the initial move down for an A wave, and then we have a B wave, and this can be a sideways or merely a retracement of this leg. And here traders are thinking, I have to go long again. That's called the wave B bull trap. I have to go long again. And then what happens? This is what happens. And then at this point, point C, we're fearful, we're panicked and discouraged, and we bail. So I'm going to show you a bunch of charts, which I call finding point C, finding the end of point C. And we're going to need to change our brain to be greedy down here and be fearful up here, just as Warren Buffett says. So this is the market roadmap again. And here we are greedy up here. We want to switch this around and be fearful up here and be greedy down here. On the left, we have an example that with using NQ futures, so NASDAQ, and look at the picture. See how it resembles the market roadmap to the right. We have the trend moving up, and here you see a purple arrow, and then we have a move down ABC. This is a picture perfect, a beautiful setup, and then we get the gray arrow. And this is exactly where we should be buying, and this is exactly where we should be selling. And we're going to look at several examples which show this ideal market map setup. And once you internalize this setup, you will start to look for these trades, and you won't chase the market up here. You might use patience to wait for the move back down to this area where you might want to be buying, because this is the end of the C. So first, we're going to discuss these simple timing tools. How to read and interpret the market roadmap using the Wavy Tunnel Pro Indicator Suite, simple timing tools. How to anticipate market direction and leverage the roadmap to foresee market movements. And understand the market turning points, grasping the implications of key market reversals. So we're going to do a case study. We're going to do a case study using ES futures on multiple time frames, showing the market roadmap in action using simple timing tools. The first scenario, the first example is we're going to look at ES futures on the weekly time frame. So this is more of a long-term investment strategy. The analysis is utilizing the roadmap to understand the broader market cycles and longer-term trends, which can certainly impact your shorter-term swing strategies or day trading strategies. Now, we're going to look at all of these examples. This is an example of the weekly that showed up in October of 2022. So what I'm doing is I'm finding these patterns, these market roadmap patterns. We're calling it finding C. So finding the end of this ABC sequence, and when we find C, there is a good, really a good chance that we want to look for a market turning point at this point. So notice how this is the wave and this is the tunnel. Notice how in a strong uptrend, the wave separates from the tunnel. You also see our indicators on here. So the wave separates from the tunnel, and this is point T. This was a purple arrow. It changed to gray once we made a new high to the right. This is point T, and then we had a pretty massive correction down. I'm sure all of you can remember 2022. It wasn't pretty. This isn't pretty, is it? And this is what we call a complex correction. And then we got the gray arrow. Now, we have a scanner that I'm going to show you on the futures markets, but we also ran it on stocks at the time, and it showed like almost 100 stocks or more that showed turning points, buy points here on the weekly chart. Now we're going to look at the daily, October 2023. So we're going to zoom in on this piece up here. So the daily time frame is again, we're going to be identifying an uptrend and key turning points. It's the exact same pattern, and I'd like you to internalize this pattern so that you can see it yourself in the markets, using the Wavy Tunnel Pro indicators to pinpoint entry and exit points. And you will have the opportunity to get these to get the moving averages for free on our website. And then if you'd like to join us by looking at the indicators after I've explained it all to you, and with beautiful education, you can do that as well. So this is the daily chart back on October 2023, 1 year after all of the weeklies set up for buys. We had a daily chart setting up for buys. Okay, and you can see this. We have the purple arrow on top, and we have the gray arrow down here. And we had separation in the wave in the tunnel, and then the market came down dramatically for this C wave. And this is August 2024. Same story. This wasn't as dramatic, but it came down to the tunnel just as well. And we like to see price coming down. It usually comes down below the tunnel. So this happened in August 2024. So what are all of these areas? They're buy areas. And we have to train the brain for that, because at this point we're thinking, oh no, how much lower is it going to go? And I'm showing you the bigger time frames, but we'll get to day trading as well. Like, you still have to train your brain for day trading as well. So have a look at this picture as I'm showing you these charts. These are ideal setups, and I'm showing you them on various time frames. So this is the same the same setup using our trend lines as well. We have automatic trend lines that draw on the charts, and these are trend line breaks, and they show up with arrows once we break the trend lines. So this is pretty cool as well. You can get that on your charts. And these are what we call the bungees, okay, which we teach you about in our training. Example number 3, ES futures on 4-hour time frame. The scenario is medium-term trend analysis and trade setup. Applying the market roadmap to capture midterm opportunities and manage your trades. So here we are, May, the 4-hour chart, same pattern. Are you seeing this pattern? Type a Y in the box if you're understanding it, and if you're saying, aha, if you're having any aha moments. Like, I hope you're having some aha moments. Good, I'm seeing lots of yeses, terrific. So this is the 4-hour chart from May. Well, have a look, have a look. And this is July, the 4-hour. So the where you see my cursor is the May correction, and where you see my cursor now is the July correction. Now, when we don't move down below the tunnel and we get the gray arrow, what does it mean? It means that the market is running to make new highs. It's the correction is more sideways and it's not as steep. This is more of a zigzag correction in Elliott wave terminology, but of course we don't need to understand the Elliott waves because we have our semaphores to show us where the waves will end. So this was more of a sideways shallow correction in July, and in May, we had more of a steep correction. Now, the other thing that I'd like to point out is the awesome oscillator. This is an Elliott wave oscillator, and the way I use it is when we see divergence, so when price makes a new high and the awesome oscillator makes a lower high, that means that the market is running out of steam and that we could potentially have a correction. Example number 4, ES futures on a 1-hour time frame. Scenario, short-term trend analysis and trade setup. Analysis again, applying the market roadmap for swing trading opportunities. So this is June on the 1-hour chart. Are you seeing the same pattern here? Same pattern. This is the market peak, and look at this divergence at the market peak. This is beautiful. When we have a peak in the awesome oscillator, we normally label it a wave 3, and then we have a correction, and then we move up for the wave 5. And look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful divergence. Market running out of steam. And then what do we get? We get a move down to the tunnel with the gray arrow. This is the 1-hour chart in June. So what I like to look for the gray arrow, and I'd like to wait for the market to move below the tunnel because then I don't get in too soon if I want to buy the market. Now, day trading, example number 5, ES futures on a 15-minute time frame, intraday trend analysis and trade setup, applying the market roadmap for intraday trading opportunities. So this is the same. It's the same market roadmap. And here we are. This is a 15-minute chart. We had the purple arrow up here. It turned to gray because we made a new high, and then the market came down to the tunnel. Look at this divergence. Okay, look at this divergence. So this is the market roadmap. We have a trend move up, and then we have the steep ABC correction. This is a zigzag moving down, and our indicators show neatly with a purple arrow at the end of the move and a gray arrow once we correct down. Now, I am not suggesting that you just take the trade up here for short when you see the purple arrow. I'm not suggesting that. We do teach you a way to get in, to look at a confirmation that the trend is actually turning around, looking at the price action, looking at the candlesticks, using a 1, 2, 3 reversal. These are all methods that you can use that you're probably using now to confirm that the market is indeed turning around and that we will have a correction. What is the summary? Market roadmap in action using simple timing tools. Okay. By mastering the market roadmap using simple timing tools and applying it across different time frames, traders can enhance their ability to follow market movements and make informed trading decisions. This framework provides a comprehensive view of the benefits of using simple timing tools for trading ES futures across various time frames from intraday to long-term strategies. I'd like you to type a Y in the box if you see potential in this methodology. And at the end, I will go to live charts and I will show you some other charts if you are interested. So that was the indicator suite that I showed you. Now we're going to talk about the Wavy Tunnel Pro Elite Scanner tool. So we also have a tool on NinjaTrader that can scan for these market roadmap trades using the Wavy Tunnel Pro Elite Scanner tools that can identify the trend and end of trend trades and recognize the market roadmap turning points with trend line breaks. And in our education package that comes with this tool, you can master trade entry and exit strategies and implement trade plans for 6 Wavy Tunnel Pro setups, which we explain in detail. So first, let's do a little case study showing the Elite Scanner tool in action on the NinjaTrader platform. And these are the Wavy Tunnel Pro setups that I just discussed. There are 6 of them. PWFG. This is called price to wave, fill the gap, breakout 1, breakout 2, breakout 3, breakout 4. They loosely correspond to the waves. And PW fill the gap is the end of the trend. It also includes automatic trend line breaks. The advantages: you can officially monitor trade setups by using a scanner. You can then quickly assess the charts and make trades that meet your risk criteria and personality preference. That's very, very important. Risk management is key, and we're not talking about it in this presentation. So let's just look at an example. This is the US 30-year T-bond futures. And this is a weekly chart because I want to show you all the Wavy Tunnel setups quickly. So the price to wave fill the gap takes us from point 0 down to the tunnel. That's where it takes us. And we see this at the beginning of the move and at the end of the move. Okay. Then we have a 5-wave sequence. And we have divergence in the awesome oscillator. That's how we're able to label our 5-wave sequence. Now, when we add our indicators to this, it tells a nice story. We have a purple arrow up here at point 0 and a purple arrow down here at point 5, the end of wave 5. Also, and you see the divergence. So the purple is the largest swing move. Then comes gray, then comes yellow, then comes red, then comes blue. This is what it looks like. Here's another example. I already showed you the ES on the weekly. So this is the same story. Okay, we have the gray arrow here. First we had a purple and then we have the gray arrow here. We call this the breakout 4 trade, the end of wave C. And this is what it looks like. And you can see the divergence here, multiple divergence on here before we actually petered out and came down for a major correction. So on NinjaTrader, on the scanner, we can scan for breakout 3. Breakout 4 is what we showed you. That's this trade with automatic trend line breaks. We can scan for the trend line breaks, and we can also scan for alerts. We can scan for purple and gray swing points, and we can get alerts right on our charts. So that way we can efficiently monitor our favorite futures markets. We can monitor all of them at once if that's what you do. And if you just trade one market, you might only want to use the indicator suite and look at different time frames. So I'm just going to show you the market analyzer, and let's just highlight the 4 stock indices here. The 4 stock indices, the ES, the NQ, the YM, and the RTY. So this was taken before the contract change. This is a while ago. I just wanted to show you this. I scanned on this particular day, and this I'm just scanning for the upper royal, the upper purple, and we have the scan. You can set it up however you want. We have instructions. You can set it up on the daily, on the 4-hour. I scan at the hourly, and the smaller time frames as well. So the YM in the upper left-hand corner had a 0. It had a, I think I printed out these charts, yeah, probably the same day, had a 0, and you see the purple arrow. And RTY as well, purple arrow. ES, purple arrow with 1 red candle already, and NQ, purple arrow with several red candles already. So the NQ, if you remember on this day, the NQ showed weakness before anything else did. And then when we scanned a few weeks later, ran the same scan. So this was actually 25 days later. You can see this 26 days later on the ES, right? And the NQ was 29 days later. We also, we take a look at the daily lower noble, okay? 12s for all of them except for the YM. And let me show you what that means. This is our setup. So first we have the purple, and this is our little market map with optimism and exuberance at the top with the purple arrow. And then we have the ABC, and we have our gray arrow down here. So this showed up 8 candles ago, right? And then we have the ES, which also showed up 8 candles ago, and RTY. And then, of course, the YM never got the gray arrow. It just got a yellow dot. So this is just to show you the same market map in action on the scanner, the same market map in action on the scanner. Okay. And what's interesting here is you see the same pattern. Again, this is the ideal market roadmap or market map on the right, and it corresponds to the 8-wave market cycle. 5 waves up, 3 waves down, the 8-wave market cycle. So hopefully you've gotten to understand this now. So what are the key benefits? To master the market cycles, anticipate market direction with confidence, achieve better timing for trades, engage in rules-based trading, develop independent thinking with clear trading goals. By following the wavy tunnel solution, traders can navigate market challenges with confidence. Now, there are a few questions, so I'm just going to pause for a few questions now, and then I'm going to show you the offer. Okay, so let's just see. The PW fill the gap. PWFG is the price to wave fill the gap. When does it print the purple and gray arrows on the break of structure, and does it repaint? So it's based on Fibonacci numbers, so it's calculated, and that's when it prints the purple and the gray arrows. And if we are moving up in a very strong uptrend, the purple will repaint a little bit. It will repaint. That's why we need the confirmation on the break of structure. That's exactly what you're saying. So that's excellent. Okay, and Randy's saying it does repaint, but if you learn the tools, you know when it will repaint. Yeah, if you learn about the tools. Yes, so Randy's a client of ours, and he loves the Wavy Tunnel Pro. 5 waves is the ideal. How do you handle it when you have less than 5 waves in a move? So if there are less than 5 waves in a move, then it's a correction. If it's 3 waves, then it's a correction. And we still see the same patterns. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Why don't I show you? I have about 15 more minutes. So let me just finish with this presentation, and then I'm going to go to live markets. Okay. Is it good for short trades? I'm usually in and out in 15 minutes max. Absolutely. We will look at today's market if you'd like in just a minute. So I'm just going to read you one testimonial. Jody Samuels is Wavy Tunnel Pro based on Elliott wave theory helped me tremendously in recognizing fractal patterns. Fractal patterns, by the way, that's when the markets repeat themselves over and over again in different time frames in different markets. And that's how we were able to see the same patterns showing up from the weekly chart down to the 15-minute, and even like the 5-minute and the 1-minute. Somebody's asking about scalping, so I can show you the 5-minute and the 1-minute as well. So recognizing fractal patterns regardless of asset types such as stocks, indices, commodities, forex, and futures. Since taking her program, I have been more conscientious in preserving my liquidity, slowly growing and rebuilding my account, and I have gained tremendous confidence in placing my trades. What sets her strategy apart from other trading schools is the depth and breadth of her experience and the culmination and creation of the Wavy Tunnel Pro tools. The Wavy Tunnel Pro removes trading ambiguity and helps you set up quality trades. In my short time as a trader, I have cut down on my learning curve by decades, and this system has helped me focus more on finding more actionable trades, refining my trading process, and taking profits more often. Thank you, Jody. And that's from Mario. And while I'm showing you this offer, please let me know in the chat what time frames you do trade and what markets you do trade so that we can look at live examples. So what is the offer? The offer is that you will have access to the Wavy Tunnel Pro Elite Tool Scanner and Indicator Suite. So that's exclusive access to our market roadmap and timing tools. Understand how the markets trade in cycles. You will definitely understand that. Hopefully I gave a touch of that today. Use our proprietary combination of cycle high and low indicators with momentum indicators to warn of market tops and bottoms. It works with NinjaTrader futures markets. It works for day, swing, and position trading and scalping. Find precise entry points for option strategies. Embrace this suite of professional tools to trade like a pro. Hey. So what are the bonuses in this offer? You are going to get Elite Tool Scanner training. You're not only going to get that, but you're going to get an education on the Wavy Tunnel Pro setups with trade plans. You will get live training sessions, right? That's the next point. On the key Wavy Tunnel Pro trade plans, we have a dedicated Discord channel. You will have one-on-one coaching with me, and we will have monthly office hours to discuss setups and answer questions. So the page is wavytunnelpro.com/NinjaTrader. And I'm doing a special webinar offer. I'm going to give you a first month trial for 1 cent, for a penny. So this is an exclusive deal for webinar attendees, limited time offer. So act now if you're interested in this. And then it's going to be a $99 a month subscription, and you can cancel anytime. So this is a really, really sweet offer because usually I don't offer it a month at a time. I usually offer it for 6 months or a year at a time. So I think you're getting a really nice opportunity to try it out, because I know that not all of you are might not have the time right now. You might want to set it up in a week from now. So that's why you get the first month trial for a penny, and we will be there to help you set it up. And all the instructions are in the website. Anyway, So you will get the wave and the tunnel with the higher time frame tunnel and awesome oscillator. You will get the advanced indicator with the bungees and the semaphores. You will get the breakout 4, which is that steep wave 3 move, wave C move, and trend line breaks on the charts. And you will get the market analyzers with built-in trade alert system for breakout 4 and trend line breaks. So this is the offer. Now, if you want to write down my my email address in case you have questions that we don't get to answer today, or you just want to send me a message, you can contact me at Jody at fxtradersedge.com or at support at fxtradersedge.com, and I'm happy to answer your questions. So the page is wavytunnelpro.com/NinjaTrader. So now let me show you. I have my NinjaTrader open and I have set it up. This is the NQ. I have set it up on 4 different time frames. So the daily, the 60-minute, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute. And look at this. This is very interesting. On the 5-minute, look at this. Do you see this pattern? Let me open this up and let me just why don't I just open this up, because some of you are also asking about scalping, so we can look at the smaller time frames. Why don't we do that? So this is the 5-minute MQ. One of you said that you trade the 5-minute NQ in the ES. And what time frames do you trade if you're scalping? I guess we can go down to the 1 minute. So we will look at the NQ, the ES, and the GC. And I'm also being asked, does it work with tick and Renko charts? And the answer is yes. So I can put up Renko charts. With tick charts, I don't have any settings for you right now, but it definitely works with Renko charts. One of our clients uses it with Renko charts and he loves it. Okay. So this is the 5-minute. Now you're also seeing you're seeing the automatic trend line breaks here. Okay, that's what you're seeing. I can take those off. I can leave them on. You can set alarms for you can send an alert for the purple. You can set an alert for the gray. But look what we have here. We have a market moving up above the wave, and then we have red candles, strong red candles moving down into the wave, and then we're trading sideways. So the way the price to wave fill the gap works is we have the first move into the wave, that's called the PW, and then we have a potentially sideways move or a move that retraces this first leg. This is a trend move. We have 3 strong red candlesticks. And when we break through the wave here, that's like breaking structure. That is the equivalent of breaking structure, because not only are you breaking the space of candles, but you're also breaking through the wave, which enables us to get to the tunnel. And this happened today at the end of the day. So we also had a little blue and then an opposite blue. By the way, all of these semaphores work in pairs. So if you get a blue, you don't want to sell into this for the tunnel. There's just not that much room there. You want to wait for the opposite blue and moving into this area of resistance as well. Okay, supply right here. And then we have the move down. So this is a beautiful, beautiful move. So this is the 5-minute NQ. Why don't we look at the ES and see what happened there? Okay, same story. We had the initial move down, and then we have a correction, and then we move down. So the NQ moved more than the ES on this correction so far, because we got a gray arrow on the NASDAQ. We didn't get it on the ES, and that's because the ES is trading a little bit stronger than the NQ. Now look what we have back here. We had a purple arrow up here, and then we had a strong move down right into, this is at the market open, right into this tunnel. And this is and we got the gray arrow. So, and then what happened? That's when we had the strong move up. Okay. And as I am looking at these charts, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask, please. Let me show you GC now. GC was interesting. And then I'd like to look at the scalping time frames if you'd like. Okay, let me show you an example of a repaint that you'll see it right on NinjaTrader. So this is GC. We had the purple arrow and we had a move down. So this was a gray arrow right here. And what happens is when you get the gray arrow, what automatically prints out are profit taking targets. So these three are profit taking targets. So the first profit taking target was hit, and you can modify this. And what this does is it doesn't erase the trades that it calls out. So you will know if it repaints. And I'm telling you that this is a repaint because this green arrow shows the long side for this trade, the breakout 4 trade. So what happened, we went up and then we came down again. This was this morning's shakeout, like after the market opened at 9:30. This is what happened. We had this little shakeout, sweeping the lows here. And then we had a move up and a correction, and then we're off to the races. We have a gray arrow up here, not a purple, because we didn't take out the previous high. That's why. But we still had the same kind of correction, not as steep as the NQ. We don't see that gray arrow down here, but of course it's after market hours anyway right now. But we did have a gray turning point. So like I mentioned earlier, purple is the highest swing move, then gray, then yellow, red, and blue. So I'm glad we had this repainting because on NinjaTrader, you will see when it repaints, which is great. Now let's go down to, why don't we go down to a 2-minute chart? Okay, I don't know if you scalp on 1 minute or 2 minute, but let's go down to the smaller time frames to see what kind of patterns we will see. And yeah, okay. Let's maybe we'll try. Should we try the 1 minute? Well, I don't know. I don't use the 1 minute myself, but okay. So this was the initial. When we start from the purple, this is the 1 minute. We did have a gray semaphore right here. Okay, this was a gray semaphore, and let's move this chart to the right. Okay, and we did get a gray here. On the 1 minute, you will get more repainting, especially if, like, that's why when I trade, I look at a higher time frame to see what the potential is, if to see if this is in a buy area or not on a bigger time frame. Okay, so look what happens. So we move up and we barely squeak out. We move up between the first and the second profit target. Now, when you see that the market is sideways here, and this is only the 1 minute chart, if you're scalping, you're only looking for this kind of a move anyway, and you're done. Then you need to take a step back and take a look. As soon as the wave crosses down below the tunnel when you're scalping, you're looking to trade to sell. You're looking for short positions. And that's what happened. We continued to move lower the entire afternoon. Then when the wave crosses back over the tunnel, especially on the 1 minute chart, that's when we might see a bottom on the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute chart, and it's time to start looking for buys again. Do we use the bungee to time our entry and exit, and what is its usage? And we have just a minute left. So yes, I don't have time to answer that, but absolutely we use the bungee, no question. And I am just going to absolutely, the bungee plays a very, very important role in this. Okay. And I just want to put up this summary slide again. And this contact slide. And since we only have, our time is about up, I hope you see the value in this. And I think some of you do, which is terrific. love to have you join us and to try out NinjaTrader. This is the link, wavytunnelpro.com/NinjaTrader. And let's trade this market together. So thank you so much. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Jody. Yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to share all this information with us here today. So once again, thank you, Jody, for sharing your time and your expertise with us. If you enjoyed today's session, we do hope you'll join us for future webinars. You can follow us on social media for alerts about upcoming events and other NinjaTrader ecosystem news as well. We would like to remind you all that the information provided today is that of FX Trader's Edge and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we do hope to see you again here in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us here at the NinjaTrader ecosystem.